My name is Alex, and after my grandfather passed, I inherited his countryside home, a creaky wooden structure surrounded by endless fields and silence. I never really knew him well. He was quiet, strange even. People in the village whispered about him, but I dismissed it as gossip. After all, he was just an old man who liked his privacy. At least, that's what I thought. When I walked into his house for the first time in years, the air was thick with dust and something else, something unexplainable. As I began to clean, I noticed that one of the bookshelves didn't sit right. It looked like it had been moved recently. Curious, I pushed it aside. Behind it was a small wooden door with no handle, only a keyhole. I searched the house and found a rusty key inside a jar filled with nails. My heart raced as I slid the key into the lock. The door creaked open, revealing a narrow staircase descending into darkness. I grabbed a flashlight and stepped down. The air grew colder with every step. At the bottom was a small concrete room. Inside were shelves lined with books in languages I didn't recognize, jars filled with strange objects, and in the middle, a large, old armchair facing a mirror. But it wasn't my reflection that stared back at me. The image in the mirror was different. It looked like me, but not quite. Its eyes were darker, and it smiled even when I didn't. I turned around, no one was there. I looked back, the figure was closer. Panicked, I shut off the light and ran up the stairs, slamming the door shut behind me. I pushed the shelf back into place and sat in silence, trying to make sense of what I saw. But from that day, things in the house began to change. Items moved on their own. Whispers echoed at night. And the mirror, it appeared in my dreams. Always showing that other version of me, watching, waiting. I tried to leave the house. I packed my things and drove back to the city, swearing never to return. But the nightmares followed. The reflection was everywhere, in windows, puddles, even my phone screen. It would smile and raise a finger to its lips, as if telling me to keep quiet. I sought help, but no one believed me. My friends thought I was grieving. But I know what I saw. And I know it's not over. One night, I returned to the countryside home. I had to end it. I opened the hidden room again, this time with a hammer and fire. But when I got there, the mirror was gone. The chair empty. And a note on the wall, "You let him out." After I read the note, "You let him out," something inside me snapped. I no longer trusted who I was. Looking in the mirror, I didn't believe my own eyes. My movements didn't feel like mine. I started recording myself while sleeping, and saw myself standing up at night, staring into the void for hours, smiling, whispering in a language I didn't understand. I had no memory of it. Each night, he was taking more control. One morning, I woke up in the woods, barefoot, with scratches on my face. The last thing I remembered was standing in front of a mirror in the city, and then, silence and trees. I don't know how much time I have left. But if you're hearing this, never open old doors. And never stare into a mirror longer than you should.